What's going on, guys? Hey, welcome back to sort of like an update video. I believe last time I posted on this channel was somewhere back in February. I wanted to keep on posting a little bit more, but then I quickly realized there was nothing good or beneficial to post about. Everything is just going downhill when it comes to rideshare. I still drive for both Uber and Lyft. Lyft I barely touch. All I'm doing with Lyft lately is trying to get the 25 rides that I need to get the $40 EV bonus, and I'll take my time doing doing those rides because again, there's nothing that's worth it. In the past month and a half or so, every time I turn on the Lyft app, I end up rejecting most of the trips they send because nothing is worth it. When it comes to Uber, honestly, the only reason why I'm still opening that Uber app in the mornings is to lure more of my own clients in. If you watch my previous videos, you probably already know that I mainly focus on airport rides, and it's been the same even till today. The only reason why I'm still doing this rideshare thing is because I built a long list of private clients, and they're the ones that keep me kind of motivated to drive. In the past few months, I've seen, and you've probably seen it too. But again, I wanted to show you what I've been seeing. And if you're in LA, it doesn't matter what market you're in. If you made it this far into the video, you're still watching. Let me know in the comment section where you at and how's your market. In the past few months, the downtrend of offerings from Uber and Lyft has just been ridiculous. I can remember about just over a year ago, I could get up at 3 in the morning, turn on my Uber app right here in my driveway, and I would get nonstop requests to go to LAX. If you're not from the area, LAX, obviously the biggest airport we have in Los Angeles. Where I am is 38 miles away from LAX. I could remember getting requests. I was on the 40-ish, almost $50 for a regular Uber X. I got to the point where now I've seen requests as low as $23 to drive 38 miles to drop somebody at the airport. And that person is paying upwards of $100. Not only did I get to talk to the riders, but I use the Uber app as a rider too because I fly often for work. And I've seen nights where I get here at 10:30 at night. By the time I get my luggage and all the cases with my gear and make it out of the airport to the Uber lot, it's close to 12 o'clock midnight, and I pay about $135, sometimes almost $170 to come home. Again, 38 miles away. The last driver I spoke to, the only thing I had on me was like $23 cash. I went ahead and gave him that as a tip, and I still added another $10. I paid about 150-ish, almost $160 to come home. 38 miles. That driver was offered $41 in change. It's not what he told me. Is that I actually waited when the ride was over. He went ahead and swiped, and that amount came up. Whatever I had in my pocket, again, what was 20-ish dollars or something, that I went ahead and told him, you go ahead and keep that. It's ridiculous, man. I do have one thing to say, and I don't want to disrespect anyone, but what I've been noticing also as a rider, there's a lot of drivers out there, at least here in the LA area, talking trash about certain groups of drivers because they're immigrants and all of that, which I find it kind of awkward that you're telling me these fully knowing just by my accent that I'm not you was born, and you're telling me all of this out that because of immigrants driving for Uber, this is where we are. Not only that, they give me the whole little whatever lecture, and then When we're about to get to my destination, they went ahead and tapped the screen and accept a ride that's $3 and change for like 5 miles. It's okay for you to do that, but then here you're renting it, you complaining about the reason why Uber is offering such a low fares because these other people. No, you just took a ride that's 5-ish miles, almost 6, for that amount of money. So you are also part of the problem. You're teaching the algorithm that it's okay. If you do this a couple of times a day, then you're part of the problem. Again, you're telling the algorithm, yes, it's okay to do that. And the more you guys accept, again, listen, I know everybody's situation is different. I know that, and you gotta take whatever. That's you. But I'm just saying, let's not teach the algorithm any bad habits because that'll only come back to bite us in the ass. I have got to the point where if I'm moving from where I live to another area to do Uber, wherever it comes in between, if it doesn't make sense, I don't touch it. Even if it's going into that direction. Remember, if I'm taking a ride that's not worth it just because it's going that direction, I am also becoming part of the problem. Come on now. I used to go into LAX with somebody on the Uber app, and I used to get nonstop requests at certain times of the day from LAX to West Hollywood area for $20, almost $30. Today, I've seen it as low as $13. $13 to be stuck in traffic for over an hour to go to West Hollywood from LAX. Who is taking this? Who is driving an hour with a total stranger on their car for that little bit of an amount of money? I don't care if I just drove an hour and a half with a reservation. If I'm going in and all I get is that, I am rejecting all of them. I don't care if I end up getting kicked to the queue, which, by the way, it's been a hit or miss lately. The queue, I would give it more than 20, 25 minutes, depending on the situation. And I leave the area. I don't go to the waiting lot. There's a lot of areas around the waiting lot. You all know the trick, where you can join the queue. But it's just ridiculous, man. Everything's just going downhill. Reservations in the mornings. I've been encountering some issues with the reservation. Let me just give you an idea of what's been happening. Thursday, there comes a reservation for Saturday morning for $55. I go ahead and take it. $55 to go from where I live to LAX, 38 miles and change. $55, it's all right. Between the day I accept it, the day it comes for me to pick it up, I've seen it cancel a few times and come back to me. When I finally go ahead and pick up that rider, a few things have been happening. The rider tells me that he never canceled that reservation, that all he saw was different names as a driver, changing back and forward. That led me to believe that Uber is sending a reservation to a few people for a certain amount. After they take it, they go ahead, try to act like the rider canceled, sent us a message saying the rider canceled it, but instead of taking this reservation and offering it to somebody else. Because if the rider itself told me that they never canceled, then that's the only other thing I can think of. That even after I accept the trip for a certain amount, which is a little bit more than the usual, if they find somebody that's willing to do it for less, they'll go ahead and show me and whatever they want, rider cancel reservation. No. The other thing that's been happening, and if any of these happens to you guys, let me know again. When did it happen? How long ago? What market you in? Just so that I have an idea. The other thing that's been happening is I go ahead, show up to pick up somebody that made the reservation. When I show up, the rider comes out of the house kind of confused because they're like, wait a minute. The info that I have here is somebody with a Nissan Altima, which is clearly not you. But you said that you have me. Yes, so I have the client's info on my app. They have another driver as the designated driver. And the little bit of time that we take to talk outside the car, the other driver comes in We tell them what's going on, they cancel and go. What's messed up though is that a few of these clients have become my private clients, and they told me, listen, I had to go on the little window that Uber has with the shot and spend countless of hours trying to explain to them what happened because they're charging me for 2 trips. Yes, the money eventually comes back to that account, but the frustration that you have to go through just because of these people, doing things the way they do, it's just infuriating though. Lyft again, Lyft. I just the EV bonus used to be like probably $200 or I don't know, something like that. They drop it to $40 for 25 rides. I'm taking my time to do those 25 rides because it's just ridiculous. I can knock out the 25 rides in one day, but I guarantee you to do that quick, you're gonna have to end up taking rides that are $2, $3, and I am not doing that. I'd rather spend the entire week kind of cherry picking and get the best I can to complete the rides and then go ahead and get my bonus. If it wasn't because of that EV bonus, I would not even be opening the the Lyft app at all. And that's pretty much it. I got nothing, again, here's the reason why you don't see me posting, talking about the same thing over and over again when we know we will not solve these just like making these videos. And I do not want to make a meaningless video. So thanks a lot for watching. If you're still one of the 390 subscribers that I have, I appreciate you for sticking around. Let me know in the comment section, what is your experience so far? What market you're in? Has it been bad? Has it been good? Just let me know all about it. Thanks a lot for watching. We'll see you guys in the next video.